Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. We're going to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
And I apologize for us starting a little bit late there. A couple of announcements. We did have an executive meeting just before this meeting, which is why we're a little bit running late. And that would be in regards to a personal matter and specific to collective bargaining agreement for uniform personnel matter and specific uniform personnel procedures, a matter of land acquisition as to a property greater than 10 acres and north of Horseshoe Trail, and a matter of land acquisition as to a property less than 10 acres and north of Horseshoe Trail. So that was tonight. We also want to disclose that we had an executive session on the 13th, and that was also in regard to police personnel. So with that, we're going to move along, and we're going to try and do something a little bit different tonight, and we'll see how it goes. We had the comment that there's just a lot of people getting up and down too much for throughout, and we just can't run through the business easily. Doesn't mean you can't talk about absolutely anything you want to talk about here, and it might give people a better chance. So if you had something that you want to talk about that's at the end, you could bring it up in the beginning. So we're going to give everyone an opportunity at the beginning to talk about anything that they have questions or concerns or want clarification on any of the items that are on the agenda tonight in the very beginning. And then hopefully that will be less need for questions throughout, and we can get through and you can have public comment at the end again. So if anyone would like to come up for public comment, we can do that now regarding anything that's on the agenda.
I'm not sure we'll do it here, but so
Neither am I. We're going to try it though.
if somebody
If it
has
doesn't work, we
comments,
won't do it again.
somebody has comments for the police, they should give them before the police get here. I'll give you my financial comments, but it seems strange to make my comments before the board presents them because I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, actually, here, let me clarify a little bit better because of the way that Tommy's been doing, the only reason this is possible is because Tommy has been putting the information out so early. He sends it out, what, Tuesday or Wednesday, the week before, the Tuesday before the meeting. So there's ample time to look at all of these different reports, which, other than inviting, the police and the fire up, everything else is just online, and we're not even going to discuss it unless you have a question about it. So it really should not be hard to do it that way. You've had ample time to look at it, and there's nothing that we're reading that's not here.
Well, my good old financial comments, it doesn't show anywhere in here, but so far this year, we've had net income of $1.5 million. After all expenses. Granted, it's a little bit high because all the real estate taxes we paid, but it's a matter of interest. If we had no real estate tax money, we'd still be $400,000 ahead. So I don't want to infringe on anybody else's comments here. But what's the last here? This month, some of the items that are sort of outstanding, we gave $147,000 to the fire company. The big budget items we spent, there's $850,000 for roads and $1.6 million, just doubles that for police. I thought that was interesting. There was an open space expenditure for new construction, which is unallowed. But apparently it's going to be covered by a grant. We'll get the money back. It still doesn't make it allowed by law, but it can't be used for that purpose. New construction. Maintenance, yes,
The law changed.
right?
The law changed.
The law changed, so you can do new construction.
As long as it's park related, improvements to parks, you
Open
can use
space.
open space fund for improvements to parks. And we talked about this a couple of years ago,
can't
John.
understand what I said, but
I'm sorry, am I on here? You're on. The law change that allows use of open space funds for improvements to parks, which would include trails and anything related to the park use.
well, this isn't an improvement, it's new construction, correct?
Well, that's an improvement to the land, yeah.
It's improvements,
It's an improvement to the land.
nothing to new construction, that would be an improvement.
Well, a trail is
Yeah.
an improvement to open space for public good. And that's
Okay,
what
but
it's
if you
about.
read the definition of maintenance, which is your up to 25%, that doesn't comply. It's new construction.
John, it's changed.
What?
You're looking at an old version of the law.
Talk to some of the other townships, you'll see what they're doing. Some of them even have used open space funds just to pay someone's salary to go around and maintain the properties.
Well, that's
So,
maintenance.
yeah. Yeah. There's-
Okay.
yeah, I would disagree. Thank you. Does anyone have any other comments on any of the items that are put before us tonight?
Craig Kirkowska. On the Opalani Park bids, you were talking about that now too?
Sure.
So are you going to do everything specified, bid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 6? Are you guys proposing today to approve the whole bid at 984? Or are you going to do it in sections? Because I know we talked about doing part of it in phases. That's why you rebid it.
Well, it was never in phases. I think it was more a matter of whether or not we were going to do all the parts, because we have to award it all now or not. And I personally was going to make a recommendation that we not do the dog park at this time. We will have a talk about that, and maybe that's a good one to come up and discuss with us before we bid on it,
Okay.
or vote on it.
How much of the money is grant money and how much is taxpayer money going into the process of?
$750,000 is grant money.
Okay, so almost 200,000 then is, or 230 is taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, there's probably some, would you say, Tommy, there's some costs there that are not visible because of things that we have to purchase? Yes.
So there's more than the 230 going to be going into it from taxpayer dollars.
Yes, I don't have in front of me, I don't recall, but I want to say it was at least maybe another $50,000 worth of items that we would be purchasing through CoStars that we were not letting the vendor do for us.
Okay. What's an outdoor classroom? Can you clarify that? What an outdoor classroom for $28,465 is?
There are plans for that we can pull up, but it's basically an outdoor space where there's seating and it's just that, if you have a group of Boy Scouts that want to come and do something, or someone wants to come and talk about nature, that's a space, a nice place where people can be in
I mean, think about that though.
space.
$28,465 for an outdoor classroom. That's insane. Honestly, I'm just telling you, that's should be scratched. The dog run fence for $31,762.
That's a fraction of the cost of a dog run, which is why, we really don't have a good spot in this township for, like, we wanted a dog park for the longest time. We don't have a great spot. I know there's been concerns from the horse folks that it might be a little bit too close to where, they go through. We've had complaints that it's really supposed to be a passive park. So we've been trying to shoehorn it in there, but given the fact that every dollar of it is coming from township money, not the grant, we feel we can table it for now and see if we can't find a better spot to do it. But since we're doing it with our money anyway, it doesn't have to be awarded to this bid. And we've already, I've already thought that. I don't know. We haven't gotten that point that anyone else has said their opinion yet, but that's my opinion on it.
It just seems quite expensive for a space that was deeded to be open space. And my gut feeling is we should just be leaving it open and letting people walk in and enjoy it that way instead of trying to build it up with all the playground.
We
If-
have to have the playground or we have to give the money back.
And the answer is that.
And yeah, no, that was a necessary improvement in order to make it considered for the public good. And a lot of that money in there is for things like stormwater and just parking and the whole bit. So
All right.
it's really not a lot we're putting in there other than the gazebo and there are two things, the gazebo, the outdoor classroom, and then also the tot lot are all things that are required by the grant.
It's reciprocal because it doesn't just stop at this number here, even if you exclude stuff, because now the maintenance department has to continually maintenance for years. You have to have insurance on it. There's just so much other around the parameters of it. It seems like, we spend our surplus and we should be maybe just saving it a little bit more. It's a lot of money.
We
It's a
can
lot
give
of,
the money back and do nothing. That's our option, right?
I would vote
I
to
don't
give
think
it
that
back.
I don't think that there's any additional insurance required.
Well, your
It's already insured.
township is blanket covered by
Yeah.
insurance for all township-related activity.
All right.
Thank you. Your comments. Is there anyone else who has comments on the agenda items? Okay, so Austin, did you want to come on up and? Yeah, what's on there? Yeah.
Okay, I've got the June 2025 monthly police report. There was no training in June. 150 calls for service, 6 crimes investigated, 1 arrest made for simple assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. There were 40 traffic stops and 6 accidents investigated.
Thank you very much. Sorry to keep you waiting. And also with their reports, I think we have Jeff Keim here, sorry, from Ludwig's Fire.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I apologize for the late submission on my report, so I didn't make the packet, but I did mail the report to Tom tonight, so he does have it. Lewis Corner Fire Company, the report for June 2025. For the month, the fire company handled a total of 65 incidents. Our time in service was 49 hours and 10 minutes, and our total man hours was 243 hours and 58 minutes. Specific to West Vincent Township, we had 32 calls. We had 4 auto accidents, 4 automatic alarms, 1 trees and wires. We had 2 CO alarms, 1 brush fire. We had 1 cardiac arrest. We had 1 drowning, and we had 17 QRS calls. Upper Yukon Township, we had 18 calls. East Nantwell Township, we had 10, and Mutual Aid, we had 4. Our average responders per call were about 7 firefighters for fire incidents, and for EMS incidents, we averaged about 2 members. Our total training hours for the month was 258.
What's QRS?
That's our quick response.
Quick response.
Yes. They're the ones that they're the ones that respond to the medical emergency before the ambulance gets there to
Got it,
provide
got it.
pre-incident care.
Thank you.
The ones that cut me out of the car and all that stuff.
Okay.
They're good people to have.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you
you.
very much. We appreciate that. And do we want to post that report? Yeah, so we'll go ahead if anyone wants to see that and we'll post your report. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming and all you do. The other reports that are up on the website, again, are the Finance Department, which speaks for itself, Public Works Department, and Building and Zoning Department, which did show a good bit of activity on both of those. So if anyone had questions on them, since we're doing this a little differently, I'll give you another opportunity. If not, we're going to make a motion to approve the monthly reports.
I make a motion to approve the monthly reports.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye. And we also need to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from
So
July
moved.
7th.
Wait a minute.
May 19th.
Wait, what did we do?
One says.
What's wrong?
Hey, hold on, hold on.
Okay, hold on a second.
Because the agenda is not correct, I don't want you to vote on it tonight, we'll vote on it at the next meeting.
On the meeting minutes?
Yeah, because it's July 7th meeting minutes you're approving. But the agenda has the wrong meeting day.
Oh, okay. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Okay, I was looking off of the motion one.
Yeah, I understand, so.
Okay, so we're gonna have to table our minutes, but no one seemed to have a question on that, but if they do, we will bring that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just table it for next month.
And then next up is the bid award for Opalani Park, which, we were having a little bit of discussion about that earlier. And before we make a motion on that, do we want to discuss if anyone else wanted to, how you all felt about the, approving the entire project? I'm recommending that we take at least the dog run out for now.
I'm in agreement with that.
As am I.
And otherwise, are you comfortable with all the rest of the bid package?
Yes.
Okay, then can we make a motion then to approve everything except for bid 2, which is the dog run fence for $31,762?
Yeah, so you're awarding the contract to Cousins, who was the lowest responsible bidder, you're awarding them the base bid plus alternates bid 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Base bid plus those 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So moved. And
Second.
And I'm going to give everyone another chance. Does anyone have a question about Opalani and how we're awarding that? So excited. It's only been 4 years in the making that I know. All in favor?
Aye.
I approved. Exciting.
Aye.
Okay, and then we also have the bid award for the vehicles, which.
I make a motion to award the bid for the Ford F-550 with a plow in the amount of $6,455 to Michael Mammarelli of Okeechobee, Florida.
Good, I couldn't say. Do you want to do them all at once or?
Oh, do them all? Okay. And secondly, 2015 Silverado 1500 in the amount of $14,050 to Jonathan Del Gaudio of Frenchtown, New Jersey, and the 2020 Chevy Tahoe in the amount of $13,300 to Ricardo Sola of Blackwood, New Jersey.
I thought it was 11,300.
Oh, what did I say?
13,000.
Oh, 11,300. Thank you.
And I'll second that.
Okay. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Then we also have some changes to ratifications for the payroll and expenditures here. And I can read those off. A motion to ratify payroll dated June 30th for the pay period June 16 to June 29 in the amount of $71,507.45. Payroll dated July 14th for the pay period June 30th to July 13th in the amount of $78,635.87. General fund list of funds dated June 16 to July 21 in the amount of $259,050.55. Open space fund list of bills dated June 16th to July 21st in the amount of $107,928.38. Capital Road Fund list of bills dated June 16th to July 21st in the amount of $38,542.87. Sewer Fund list of bills dated June 16th to July 21st in the amount of $29,106.23. Escrow Fund list of bills dated June 16 to July 21st in the amount of $68,815.11. And Citadel Fund list of bills dated June 16th to July 21st in the amount of $102.56.
Make a motion to ratify the expenditures as stated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are back to public comment. Does anyone have any comments? This is non-agenda items. Yes, please. Thank you.
Was that bonded, the Opalani Park? Does the contractor have to put up a bond for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And one other question, item, it's number 4687 in the report and check detail. It has Jim Wendelgrass on 6/1 to 6/28. Is that his final payment? Is he still on payroll? Because we hired his treasurer, so when do they, that looks like it overlapped when the treasurer was hired to when we paid Jim that?
Correct. Yeah, it should be the last one.
Should be.
She's doing a great job, from what I understand. Didn't need any more help, right? Okay.
Good evening. I broke a ball joint in my car the other day. While I'm sitting alongside the road, my brother's wife pulls up and says, "I have 4 kittens. You want one?" I said, "No."
Are you trying to get rid of some kittens?
Don't ruin the story. End up with all 4 kittens. They're going to get fixed tomorrow. So if anybody wants any kittens, they're really good kittens. They're very friendly. They love people. They've been immersed with customers, so they love people. If you know anybody wants a kitten, getting rid of 3 of them because my cat died last week. So, kittens, just saying.
Should have brought them in.
Very swap shop.
And while we're at it,
I should have brought them in here. Hey, kittens.
while we're at it, I have a 2013 BMW 381i.
Yeah, for sale. She's good with that.
That was my mom's car. 50,000. It's in great shape. Or a kitten.
I was determined not to speak this week, but I'm only doing this because of something you guys did. I just want to make sure, because I wouldn't want you to have to come back to this next month. I think, Bernie, when you read the bids for the trucks, you said Frenchtown, New Jersey, which Frenchtown, New Jersey is a really cool place. The sheet says Florida.
It is correct. It's New Jersey.
Okay, so that's right. This is wrong. It doesn't change the legality of it being approved. Okay.
What, is it wrong online?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's what I picked up in the back is Florida. New Jersey is
Okay,
Frenchtown, I know.
The motion was correct.
okay, great.
But while I'm here, just 2 quick things. One is, are consent agendas legal? Like the fire, police, those reports, could you just put that in a consent agenda where there doesn't have to be a presentation, it doesn't have to be discussed. You can just put it in there. Does everybody approve this? It's just to quicken things. It doesn't matter to me, but it
A
would,
lot of municipalities do it that way.
We did do that for a while, and I think we got the feedback that people missed hearing directly from the police and the fire and having, I think, I think, Jeff wanted to come out and see us and be present and
okay,
meet people.
that's
So-
fine. It's just,
But we're okay with that too. I don't know how you feel about the fact that, we're not talking about the Public Works Department. You've got to read it. It's in here.
yeah,
It's a philosophy.
Yeah.
We've tried it every way,
I get it.
every way under the sun.
Anything that gets me to speak less is okay with me. And the last thing is, Tommy, the financial reports are great, headed in the right direction. It's just one more request. I love that it shows month by month, the year to date against the budget, just one more column, which would be comparison of the same point last year. So these numbers are through June. If there was a column that showed the totals through June of 2024, that might be the most instructive of all, not because the budget something can come in all at once and the comparison of the budget doesn't mean that much. Whereas comparing the year to date versus the same time last year could be really instructive and show us, the real estate tax may be way behind or way ahead, or the expenses for this or that. I've done it out of QuickBooks. It's neither easy nor hard. It takes an extra 10 or 15 minutes to move things around, but that would be really helpful, I think.
Thank you.
I forgot one last thing. Is the hearing still on tomorrow night?
Zoning hearing board's
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Well, I'm sorry, Wednesday night, right? Wednesday night still on? Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
They might just continue it on the record, but they're going to start it, do some procedural items and ask for parties of record.
Okay.
So if you're interested, you should do that.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm interested.
Anyone else have any comments at all?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Well, first, I just want to mention that our next meeting is going to be August 18th at 7 PM here at the Township Building. Which hopefully we're getting more parking because we've been trying to keep the parking open. If anyone's still having a problem with that, let us know because we're already here. And I did want to mention too, that, you know, we've had a lot of discussions about the burning ordinance. And that is a rewritten ordinance is out with DEP now, so I'm not sure when that's going to hit exactly, but it's probably better if it's not in the middle of the summer anyway, when no one's here. We don't have a decision on that yet, right?
Speaking with DEP this week.
Okay, all right, great. Well, I'm seeing no other comments.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned. Thank you very much. Why didn't you bring a box?